be talking about a topic of English grammar which is gerunds. Now gerunds is a type of non-finites, and non-finites are basically verbs. Verbs are categorized into two forms, finites and non-finites. So we can say that verbs are categorized as finites, and they are also categorized into non-finites. Now finites are described as all those verbs which have a subject which shows a person and it shows time. But non-finites, they are referred to all those verbs which do not have a subject. They do not show a person. And non-finites are further categorized as three: infinitives, gerunds, and participles. Today we will be focusing on gerunds. In order to understand the concept of infinitives and particles, you can view the videos of these two as well while going into the content section and clicking on these topics. So here our focus on this video is gerunds. So let us understand the definition of gerunds. Now gerunds, we know that all these we are talking about verbs. So even gerund is a verb, but this is a special verb which ends with ing, and it has a role of both noun as well as verb. So it acts as noun as well as verb. So the definition of gerund can be that verbs ending with ing and having a role of both nouns as well as verbs. They have the role of both noun as well as verb, and these are referred to as gerunds. And today we will be talking about gerunds as a subject. Our topic is gerunds as subject to verb. This is our topic for the day, gerunds as subject to verb. So we are going to understand how these gerunds act as a subject, and then they can act as verb as well as they can act as noun. Now always keep in mind that gerunds can act as subject as well as object. So gerunds, they can act in a subject position, and they can also act in object position. Okay, either in the subject position or the object position. Right now we will be focusing on the subject position, and examples of these can be, for example, I say swimming is a good exercise. Here my gerund is acting as a subject because the beginning of the sentence is the subject and the ending is the object. So here is the subject, and when I say swim, swim is my verb. With verb, when I apply ing, it becomes my gerund, and therefore I can easily say that swimming is a gerund, and here gerund is acting as a subject to the verb swim. Another example can be thinking positive often leads to quick solutions. Again, think plus ing is my gerund. Why? Because think is a verb. Verb plus ing makes gerund, and here it is acting as a subject to my verb. So these are some of the examples of gerund. Another example can be, I can say, reading helps us improve our vocabulary. When I say reading helps us improve our vocabulary, reading again acts as a gerund over here. Why? Because my definition of gerund is that to a verb, when we apply ing, we get a gerund. Here my gerund can act as a noun as well as a verb, but here my gerund is acting as a subject because my video of today has a topic, gerund acting as a subject to the verb. So all my gerunds such as swimming, thinking, reading or any kind of other verb with ing along with it in a subject position can be referred to as an example of gerund as subject to a verb. So in this video we have talked about gerunds and our topic is subject as or subject to a verb.